today on 15 on 15.
The acquisition of a hyperbaric oxygen therapy clinic for the Horacio Odibert Hospital will bring lots of more benefits for the hospital. Also meet a 5-year-old who feels he is Iron Man. We will show you why. And a local triathlon athlete had great results at the Pan American Games of 2015.
Hi and welcome to another edition of 15 on 15. I am Ichelle Simon sitting in for Daniela Piazzi. The week is almost ending, but we are still busy with the same topic on the parking meters and parking spaces for employees that work in the area of Oranjestad. New developments, new rules seems to emerge every day from the offices of auto parking.
With the introduction of parking meters at the beginning of the week, most employees that work in the area of Oranjestad try to seek for an alternative area to park their cars like Lagoonweg. But since yesterday, no cars are allowed to park anymore under the trees or anywhere that is not designated as parking by the company. According to our parking, drivers must use the designated paid parking areas to park their cars. Now, another problem has emerged. According to a few that visited the offices of our parking, were informed that there are no more parking spaces available for the fee of 75 florins a month. Those are the spots that are marked in yellow, leaving no other option for employees to use the white marked parking spaces, which runs for 2 florins an hour. Doing the math, this is around 300 florins a month. What the majority of employees that use these parking spaces complain about is that they don't have that kind of money a month to spend on parking, so they are begging for our parking to come with an alternative solution soon. Our Parking just released a statement recently saying that there are still 200 parking spaces available at Arubus and 40 spaces in the main street.
Dr. Horacio Odibert Hospital and partners recently met to discuss the possibilities in acquiring a hyperbaric oxygen therapy clinic that will not only be used to treat patients with diverse sickness, but also diabetic patients. The Minister of Health says that this is a modern system that will sure benefit the local community and the visitors as well.
Having a clinic equipped with this modern system at the Horacio Odibert Hospital will fill a gap that the hospital had for a long time. The hyperbaric oxygen therapy clinic is a step up to ensure that patients can be treated at the hospital and are guaranteed a proper treatment each time according to international standards. Not only patients that practice the sport of diving who sometimes suffer from driver's sickness can use this clinic, but patients who are affected by diabetes can rest assured that this hyperbaric oxygen clinic will have them cure wounds faster that are caused by diabetes. The cost still remains a factor according to the investigating team, but at a recent meeting this issue was discussed to see if the government, the hospital and AZV can cooperate to make this hyperbaric therapy clinic a reality.
More and more projects are being developed on the island, especially in the neighborhoods where young people don't even have facility to practice their sport or other recreation.
This is where the government of Aruba pitches in, to develop more facilities where the youth can come together to practice sports or participate in other activities. The Prime Minister of Aruba, Mike Eman, is very involved in working with the government departments in social programs for Aruba's neighborhoods. He says that right now it is the intention of the government to either construct or renew 10 soccer fields around Aruba with artificial grass in a span of 2 years. He recently had the honor to initiate the development of a soccer field for the area of Bushiri, and on the same day he was invited for the reopening of the RCA soccer field, which is now covered with artificial grass. He expressed that he can see that these kinds of initiatives bring smiles to the faces of the kids that are using this facility.
Stay with us, there is more coming up.
We'll show you this mugger who find out the hard way that crime does not pay.
We start off this lifestyle segment with a very peculiar video. Watch this robber plead for help after he attacked a woman who turned out to be a martial arts champion.
When you're planning to mug someone, make sure they are not an MMA fighter. Brazilian mugger Wesley Sousa found the hard way that crime does not pay. and could even cost him a near broken neck when he was taken down by professional female MMA fighter Monique Bastos after he attempted to rob her and her friends. The man and his accomplice cornered the woman on a motorbike and demanded they handed over their phones. 23-year-old Monique pounced on Sousa and applied a triangle choke, immobilizing the man for 20 minutes until the police arrived. The other man managed to escape the scene, but Sousa was pinned to the ground. A passerby recorded the incident on his smartphone, where the failed criminal could be heard pleading for mercy and for someone to call the police and save him.
And continuing on, Facundo is a 5-year-old kid who was born with a right hand only. His left hand is a robotic one thanks to a college engineer student who helped develop and gave his left hand movement.
Facundo was born with a right hand only, and Gino Tumbaro, who is an engineer student, took the initiative to design an artificial limb for his 5-year-old kid. The foundation of the famous Argentinian soccer player Messi financed the whole project. The mother said that Facundo is so happy now that he thinks he is a superhero. He plays with the hands and acts like he is Iron Man.
Taking a photo of yourself, a selfie, with your smartphone is now a thing of the past. Shapeify.me from the Artec Group aims to let you create a full mini-me 8-inch tall full-body statue of yourself to 3D print via the service or on your own 3D printer at home. Call it a Shapey.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Besides the popularity of this song, now selfies can even be taken much further. This company, Artec, is revolutionizing the selfie in 3D with a new 360 degrees full-body scanner. This service is having a big success now all over the world. The Artec Shapeify booth will scan a customer in 12 seconds. Full, detailed 3D models are created in just 3 minutes. The printed statue is available for pickup in about a week. Making 3D shapeys of all the family, customers can also come along to be scanned in their sport uniforms, wedding outfits, graduation robes, or fancy attire, taking something totally new and personalized back home with them. These shapeys, as the company calls them, can be printed via the Artec service for around $100.
At the most recent Apple event, the company unveiled their latest iPhone models and a newer version of Apple TV. But what most were waiting for was the new iPad that now is a Pro version.
Apple made a big push into the office with the unveiling of the iPad Pro, Apple's professional-grade and largest iPad yet. The tablet, which has a screen measuring 12.9 inches diagonally, was displayed running important professional software from Microsoft Corp and Adobe Systems Inc. This backpacks off Apple's partnership with IBM Corp and Cisco Systems Inc. That also targets the enterprise market as the company works to get more iPads in the hands of executives and offset decelerating iPad sales to customers. The company will now also offer 2 accessories for the tablet, a stylus, which it calls Apple Pencil, and a new keyboard that hooks up to the iPad Pro, similar to the way Microsoft Surface keyboard attaches to its tablet. The stylus retails for $99, while the keyboard goes for $199. The iPad Pro starts at $799.
Don't go anywhere. In the next segment, we'll tell you about a local athlete who is preparing for a triathlon competition abroad.
The Archaeological Museum is preparing another expedition trip to commemorate the Monument Month.
And continuing on to sports, local triathlete Renzi Postma has a busy schedule in the competition of triathlon in the region. He had some successful results at the Pan American Games 2015 held in Canada, and he says he is ready for the next competition in the city of Chicago in the USA.
The 2015 World Triathlon Grand Final and World Championship will finalize with the triathlon competition. This will be held from the 15th through the 19th of September, and around 150 top athletes will be competing at this event. The International Triathlon Union is considered one of the biggest in the world, since more than 6,500 athletes from all over the world are competing in different categories, such as elite, sprint, junior, U23, paratriathlon, and aquathlon. For 4 days, these athletes will compete for the title. Besides this, the competition will be seen for more than 160 countries around the globe. Renzo Posma from Aruba says that he is well prepared for this competition. He has been training full-time for more than 2 years in the sport and has been representing Aruba at various competitions abroad. Renzo feels that he achieved his goal at the Pan American 2015 Games recently and says that this was his best so far. Out of 36 athletes that competed in this category, Posma came in 24th place.
The Archaeological Museum is preparing to celebrate the Monument Month with another big event on this Sunday. The archaeological expedition organized by Archaeological Museum last year was such a big success that they have decided to repeat it this year. The public is invited to join the Archaeological Museum on this trip where various archaeological sites will be visited like Alto Vista, Malmoc, Spans Lagoon, and the Ayo Rock Formation. There will be experts at each site to keep the public informed and on the history of the archaeological sites. Take note that the buses will leave Archaeological Museum in Schelpstraat at 10 in the morning and will return to the museum by 2 p.m. Call 582-8979 to reserve your seat since space is limited. Well, that is it for 15 on 15 for today. See you back tomorrow for more local news right here on ATV Channel 15. Bye-bye for now.